Fellas, let's be real. Every man out there wants to be that guy. You know, the one who walks into a room and turns heads. The one who's got that effortless confidence, that undeniable charm. But here's the thing, being attractive to women isn't just about looks or money. Nah, it's deeper than that. It's about how you carry yourself, how you think, and how you make a woman feel when she's around you. Some of y'all might be thinking, well, I ain't no model, I ain't got 6 abs, but let me tell you something, being irresistible to women isn't about perfection. It's about presence, and if you've got these 7 traits, brother, you're already ahead of the game. So let's break it down. Are you the kind of man women can't resist? Let's find out. The power of presence. Unlocking a woman's deepest attraction. What if attraction had nothing to do with 6-pack abs, expensive suits or flashy cars? What if the most compelling men in the room were the ones who carried something deeper, an unshakable presence that turned heads without a word? The truth is, women are drawn to something beyond physical looks. They notice the way a man moves, the confidence in his stance, the calm certainty in his gaze. This isn't about arrogance or posturing, it's about an inner force that radiates strength and stability. Psychologists call this primal status awareness, the ability to trigger deep-seated attraction cues without even speaking. It's the reason why some men command attention effortlessly while others struggle despite their best efforts. Most men believe attraction is about what they do, buying gifts, saying the right words, following the latest dating trends. But the most attractive men in the world don't focus on tactics. They focus on who they are. They understand that attraction is silent. It's a presence that lingers, a feeling that makes women instinctively respond. One of the most telling signs of this kind of attraction is extended eye contact. A woman may glance at you when she thinks you're not looking, or hold your gaze just a little longer than normal. Attraction isn't always loud. Sometimes it's in the subtle shifts in body language, the way her voice softens when she speaks to you, or how she unconsciously plays with her hair. These signs are not random. They are responses to a man who knows himself, who stands firm in his own identity. So how do you cultivate this presence? It starts with purpose. A man who moves through life with direction and conviction naturally exudes confidence. Women are drawn to men who don't seek validation but live by their own standards. This means setting goals, developing skills and embracing challenges without fear. Another key factor is emotional control. A man who remains composed under pressure, who doesn't react impulsively or seek approval, sends a powerful message. He is in charge of his reality. Women respect and admire a man who doesn't let external circumstances dictate his emotions. This doesn't mean being distant or cold, but rather possessing a quiet confidence that reassures those around him. Moreover, an attractive man understands the art of scarcity. He doesn't overexpose himself, doesn't try too hard to be liked, and doesn't flood a woman with compliments or attention. Instead, he creates space for intrigue. He allows a woman to wonder about him, to feel the tension of uncertainty. This isn't about playing games. It's about understanding that people value what is not readily available. Ultimately, the most attractive men are those who embrace who they are without apology. They are not desperate to impress, nor do they conform to societal expectations of what a man should be. They lead their own lives with passion and determination, and in doing so they draw others toward them naturally. So the next time you step into a room, forget about trying to be someone else. Walk in with certainty, carry yourself like a man who knows his worth, Because true attraction isn't something you put on, it's something you become. The silent power of attraction, understanding women's psychology. Prolonged eye contact has a fascinating effect on the brain. It triggers the release of phenylethylamine, a chemical closely linked to romantic attraction, the very same one that floods the mind when someone is falling in love. And here's the key: a woman can't consciously control this reaction. It's her brain's way of signaling that something about this man is different, intriguing, and worthy of more attention. But not all eye contact carries the same weight. If it's brief, detached, or simply polite, it means nothing. If she looks at everyone in the same way, there's no special connection. However, if she lingers just a second too long, if she glances back after looking away, or if she subtly smiles while locking eyes, she's feeling something. And the most powerful move a man can make in this moment is to return her gaze with quiet confidence, without shifting nervously or looking away too soon. True confidence isn't about talking big. It's about standing firm even in silence. When a woman senses that kind of energy, it sparks something deeper in her, an unconscious pull toward the man who carries himself with assurance. Attraction, however, isn't just about eye contact, it's about presence. Have you ever entered a room and noticed the energy shift? People instinctively acknowledge your presence, sometimes without even realizing it. This isn't about being the loudest voice in the room or demanding attention. It's about something far more profound, a natural aura that commands respect without force. Highly attractive men don't beg for validation. They don't strive to prove themselves. Instead, they carry themselves in a way that naturally draws others in. This effect is rooted in a powerful psychological phenomenon called status perception. People unconsciously assess social value based on subtle cues, the way someone moves, speaks, or simply exists in a space. Men who exude confidence don't fidget or appear uneasy in their own skin. They don't rush to fill silences with unnecessary words. They take up space with ease, neither shrinking themselves nor forcing dominance. These subconscious signals create an undeniable presence that women pick up on instantly. What does this mean in practical terms? It means attraction isn't built on flashy displays or desperate attempts to impress. It's built on quiet, steady confidence. If a man learns to own his presence, maintain strong but effortless eye contact, and carry himself with a sense of calm authority, he won't need to chase anyone. The right women will feel drawn to him, not because of what he says, but because of who he is. The power of attraction isn't about seeking approval. It's about embodying strength and authenticity. Women react differently to a man who carries himself with an undeniable sense of confidence and status. When a man exudes presence, women lean in when he speaks. They hesitate before interrupting him, and they follow his lead in conversations instead of trying to take control. And this isn't just about romantic attraction. This type of presence commands respect in every area of life. Business, friendships, social interactions, all are influenced by the unshakable confidence of a man who knows his own worth. True attractiveness is not about sculpted abs or designer suits. It's about the quiet power of a man who is assured in himself and what he brings to the table. One of the clearest signs of attraction is when a woman finds excuses to touch you. Attraction isn't just expressed through words, it's about proximity. When a woman is interested, she unconsciously seeks to close the gap. A light tap on your arm, when she laughs, brushing something off your shirt that isn't really there, or holding onto your shoulder for balance. These aren't just random gestures. They are subconscious signals, her way of testing her own attraction to you. And beyond that, she's watching how you react. Women don't touch men they aren't comfortable with, and they definitely don't touch men they aren't at least curious about. If you notice a woman initiating subtle physical contact, especially more than once, she is feeling something. But here's the key: how you respond matters just as much as the touch itself. If you pull away nervously, she may take it as a rejection and shut down that interest. If you overreact, you risk coming off as overeager. The right response? Stay cool. Hold your frame. Let the moment breathe. When a woman reaches out in this way, she's not just testing her attraction to you, she's testing your confidence. A man who is comfortable in himself doesn't flinch at attention. He welcomes it, enjoys it, and remains composed. Women are deeply intuitive. They can sense a man's internal state before he even speaks. A man who moves through the world with certainty and self-respect naturally draws others in. It's not about arrogance, it's about a quiet, steady belief in yourself. This is what makes a woman feel safe, intrigued, and engaged. She doesn't want to lead the dance. She wants to see if you know how to lead it. If you want to be the kind of man that commands respect and attraction, focus on what you can control: your mindset, your presence, your self-assurance. Speak with conviction, move with intention, make eye contact without hesitation. The man who knows his worth never needs to prove it. He simply lives it, and the world, including the women in it, takes notice. The illusion of worship: why idealization undermines respect. A common belief suggests that treating a woman like a queen will lead her to treat a man like a king. This assumption, however, is deeply flawed. The more a man places a woman on a pedestal, the more she is likely to look down on him. True attraction is not built on blind adoration, but on mutual respect. A person cannot respect someone who subordinates himself, as respect arises from strength, confidence, and a shared sense of value. Women, like all human beings, seek relationships that challenge, intrigue, and engage them. They do not desire to be worshipped, for worship creates an imbalance, an artificial dynamic where one party becomes an idol and the other a mere devotee. Such an approach is not only unsustainable, but also strips the relationship of authenticity. A relationship flourishes when both individuals contribute equally, respecting one another's strengths and imperfections. To avoid this trap, it is crucial to adopt a mindset rooted in self-respect and purpose. A man who loses himself in idealization often lacks personal direction, making his affection feel less like admiration and more like submission. Compliments, while valuable, should be meaningful and sincere rather than excessive or unearned. Authentic praise stems from genuine appreciation, not an attempt to gain favor. Moreover, one must be cautious about seeking validation through approval. When admiration is given too freely, it diminishes its value and can lead to unintended consequences where the recipient takes it for granted. Equally important is the ability to set boundaries. Relationships thrive when both individuals maintain their dignity and self-worth. When necessary, one must be willing to call out behavior that crosses the line. Tolerating disrespect in the hope of earning affection is a misguided approach. A man who knows his worth does not allow external validation to dictate his confidence. Instead, he stands firm in his principles, understanding that true connection is built on a foundation of honesty and mutual esteem, not on unequal admiration. Women are highly perceptive when it comes to confidence. They notice how a man reacts to subtle signals, whether he hesitates, acts nervously, or responds with composed certainty. A light touch on the arm, a playful tease, or a knowing smirk in response to her flirtation can amplify attraction. Women do not simply evaluate words. They respond to energy, presence, and body language. Confidence isn't just about what you say, it's about how you carry yourself. Attraction also reveals itself in unexpected ways. Women, like men, experience nervous excitement around those they admire or find captivating. Small subconscious behaviors often betray their interest. A slight adjustment of clothing, playing with their hair, touching their lips or neck, or shifting in their seat. These are not random gestures but instinctive reactions to emotional arousal. Evolutionary psychology suggests that when a woman is attracted to a man, physiological changes occur. An increased heart rate, heightened awareness, and even subtle changes in vocal tone. Many men mistake these signals for discomfort or indifference, but in reality, they are indicators of attraction. Understanding these cues is essential, but responding appropriately is what truly separates a man who commands respect from one who chases validation. Instead of overreacting or seeking constant affirmation, one must maintain composure. When a man acknowledges these signals with confidence rather than desperation, he builds natural tension, the kind that makes interactions exciting and memorable. This is the art of balanced attraction, where mutual curiosity drives connection rather than one-sided pursuit. A man who idolizes a woman at the expense of his own aspirations loses sight of what makes him a compelling partner in the first place. An individual with purpose, discipline, and self-sufficiency is naturally attractive, not because he seeks to impress, but because he embodies qualities that inspire respect. Instead of placing another person on a pedestal, one should focus on personal growth, cultivating character, and nurturing relationships that are built on genuine connection rather than illusion. By embracing self-sufficiency and inner strength, one fosters a connection based on mutual respect rather than dependence. A balanced relationship does not require worship, but an acknowledgement of shared values, growth, and genuine companionship. In the end, the pursuit of a meaningful relationship should not come at the cost of one's own integrity. The true path to fulfilling relationships lies in understanding that respect is earned through character, not bestowed through blind devotion. Attraction is not about seeking approval, but about embodying confidence, purpose, and unwavering self-respect. There's a moment, subtle yet unmistakable, when a woman's energy shifts in your presence. You see it in the way her hands fidget, the way she adjusts her hair, or how she suddenly becomes aware of every little movement she makes. It's not discomfort, it's her body reacting on a deeper level, the kind of response she can't consciously control. Her adrenaline spikes, her senses heighten, and before she even realizes it, she's fully attuned to your presence. The best part? When you remain calm and collected, your energy stabilizes hers. She feels safe, intrigued, and drawn in even more. But attraction isn't just about how women react to you, it's also about how other men behave when you're around. Watch the room, not just the woman. If you carry yourself with a quiet confidence, you'll notice something interesting. Other men start acting differently. Some try to one-up you in conversation, dropping little boasts here and there as if to establish dominance. Others might shift their tone, becoming overly friendly, seeking your approval in ways they don't even realize. A few will go the opposite direction. Cold, distant, maybe even standoffish, because your presence feels like a challenge they didn't sign up for. This isn't arrogance, it's basic human nature. Social hierarchy exists whether we acknowledge it or not, and when a man with presence enters the space, the balance shifts. The key is that you don't have to force any of this. The men who truly command respect aren't the loudest or the flashiest. They don't need to be. Their energy does the work for them. When they do speak, people listen. When they move, people take notice. And here's where it all connects. Women are watching this dynamic unfold. They see how other men respond to you, and it reinforces your value in their minds. A man who earns respect effortlessly, who others instinctively react to, signals something powerful: status. And status, whether we like it or not, is deeply tied to attraction. This is why a truly attractive man doesn't chase validation. He doesn't have to. He understands that his worth isn't determined by one woman's attention or approval, but by the way he moves through the world. And because of that, people, men and women alike, naturally gravitate toward him. He doesn't pull, he attracts. He doesn't prove, he demonstrates. And in the process he sets a tone that others can't help but respond to. No matter where you go, people feel at ease around you. They open up, gravitate toward you, and want to be in your presence. This isn't luck, it's a reflection of your energy. A man with high-toast presence doesn't just wait to be noticed, he creates an atmosphere that draws people in. His posture is relaxed yet commanding. His energy is calm yet magnetic. His words flow smoothly with effortless confidence. And because of this, people, especially women, instinctively move toward him. Science backs this up. Studies in non-verbal communication show that individuals who display open body language, steady eye contact, and a controlled yet engaging vocal tone naturally attract others. The fascinating part? This happens without force, without pretense. Women don't just see a man like this as attractive, they feel something different around him. A pull they can't quite explain, a presence that stays in their mind long after the conversation ends. Once a woman associates that feeling with you, she will keep coming back, drawn not just to your looks or words, but to the unshakable presence you project. Most men spend their energy trying to impress women. They rehearse lines, plan grand gestures, and seek approval. But the man who truly captivates a woman flips the script. He doesn't chase validation, he inspires it. And the biggest sign that a woman is drawn to you, she starts putting in effort to impress you. She highlights her achievements, subtly hinting at how she's different from the rest. She dresses a little sharper when she knows she'll see you. She laughs at your jokes, even the ones that aren't particularly funny. This isn't a coincidence, it's biology at work. Women are wired to compete for high chalk men, whether they're aware of it or not. When she's attracted to you, she wants to stand out, to capture your attention in a way others can't. This is why women often play hard to get with average men, but with a man who holds himself with true status, they do the opposite. They lean in, they engage, they put in effort, not because they have to, but because they don't want to lose the opportunity. If you've ever noticed a woman subtly proving herself to you, understand that she's not just attracted, she's invested. And when a woman begins investing in you, she's already emotionally hooked. The key is not to break the spell by slipping into neediness or overbaiting her interest. Stay grounded in your presence, hold your frame, and let her continue to be drawn into the energy that sets you apart from the rest. Mastering attraction isn't about playing games. It's about understanding psychology, refining your presence, and moving with quiet confidence. Women don't just want a man who looks good on paper. They crave the feeling he gives them, the energy, the intrigue, the silent assurance that he is a man of value. And once you embody that, you'll never need to chase again.